I'm delighted to welcome you all to the State of the City Address. We are honored to be joined by the Mayor Aspacher, President Rodney Rogers, Superintendent Ted Hazelman, who will share their insights on the state of the city. It's truly a testament to our community's strength and engagement to see so many of you here today. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to recognize our distinguished guests. Please hold your applause to the end. From the Office of the Governor, Lou Cook. From the Office of the Treasurer, Robert Sprague, Pat McCulley. From the Office of State Auditor, Lori Brody. Thank you. City Council members, I'm sorry, 1 second. I'm sorry, I had this so nice and neat, and then we scribbled all over it, so now I have a little jumble, so bear with me for just one moment. Former Mayor Dick Edwards Emeritus. Our City Council members, Mark Hollenbaugh, Jordan Musgrave, Bill Harold, Greg Robinette, and Jeff Dennis. Bowling Green City School members, Norm Gear, Artie Gagne. Our Wood County Commissioners are represented by Doris Herringshaw and First Lady Tony Aspacher and the Aspacher family, as well as Mayor Aspacher's parents, Tony and Sandy. Thank you so very much. I'd also like to thank our sponsors, Bowling Green Economic Development and Big B Coffee, for their support today. A special thanks to Clint Corp with the morning show who's broadcasting today's event. Additionally, today's address is being recorded and will be available online soon. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mayor Mike Aspacher.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I am really happy to see all of you here today. Mary, thank you. It really is a pleasure to welcome everyone here to this Veterans Building here in our beautiful city park. Thanks, Clint, for hosting the morning show this morning. Also, I want to extend a note of appreciation to the Chamber of Commerce and its Governmental Affairs project team for presenting today's event. I am really pleased to present this year's State of the City Address, along with Bowling Green City Schools Superintendent, Dr. Ted Hazelman, and Bowling Green State University President, Dr. Rodney Rogers. I thought it was important for the three of us to come together today to present a picture of how our separate organizations help build valuable community connections. It's important to recognize and celebrate how our community is connected and how our collaborations and the resulting shared experience or shared successes positively impact our collective public. Thank you, Ted and Rodney, for being here today, and I look forward to hearing from each of you shortly. It is an exciting time to be in Bowling Green. We are a community with many significant and unique assets, with the potential to capitalize even more on these strengths. Along with the sustained increase in enrollment, BGSU has implemented many transformational improvements on its campus. There is much excitement and anticipation within the Bowling Green City School District around the new high school that will soon be under construction on Poe Road. Our business and industrial communities are thriving. We are witnessing housing starts, and many of our residents are investing in their homes. The city continues to invest in its infrastructure and its safety. Last week's storms and the up and down temperatures that we experience here in Bowling Green are part of a typical Ohio spring and give us those first feelings in the summer that lies ahead. This means that here in Bowling Green we are nearing the start of festival and farmers market season, where we'll gather in the center of our town to enjoy time with friends, celebrate shared interests and experiences and connect as a community. There are numerous recent notable achievements to recognize and celebrate in Bowling Green. These impressive advancements show our forward progress and serve as a substantial building blocks for our community trajectory. These big things will get some attention today, and I also want to reflect on how this impacts the everyday, the quality of life in this town. I'd argue that even though it may not be a single thing that you can point at or something that you're able to drive by and see, quality of life is a very big thing here in our community, and it holds great importance to those who live, work, and study here in Bowling Green. While many residents anticipate and enjoy the festivals, or maybe gather for a play or a concert at the Performing Arts Center, or cheer on the Falcons at the Stro or the Deut, Ziggy, we must remain focused on the work necessary to support the business of everyday living and the quality of life for those who call Bowling Green home, both now and in the future. The business of living looks different to all of us. The families getting kids up and headed off to school, the student attending class and working on a project at one of the local coffee shops, the young couple finishing a workday and heading off with their beloved pets to one of our parks, or the retired friends who meet for exercise class and lunch after at the Wood County Committee on Aging. You get the picture. These roles and routines change as we go through the various seasons of our lives. And all of us, no matter which season of life we are in, intersect in our shared community. This shared space can look formal, like attending the same church or sitting on the sidelines of a youth ball game, or it can be informal in the neighborhoods that we inhabit or the shops that we frequent. And while our individual preferences and lifestyles may be different, there are shared connections on which we build the business of living. I have long believed that local government has the potential to impact citizens' lives more than any other level of government, state or federal. To this end, I do like to think that the City of Bowling Green organization, even if we're not in the forefront of the minds of our residents and businesses, I do think that we play an important role in helping our residents to conduct their business of living. It's our job to provide the foundation for all of these activities, because living your life is easier when you feel safe. It's easier when you know that the water you drink is clean and it will be properly treated when you're done with it. It's easier when you know that your children will arrive safely at school and home again each day, in part due to safe and well-maintained streets and sidewalks. And we know that life is easier when you know that when a storm hits, city crews will be out to restore power and clear the roadways. You may recall at the State of the City 3 years ago, I announced that we would begin the process of examining our public safety needs while also developing a clear understanding of the capital investments necessary to maintain these high-quality safety services that exist in our community. As public entities, and I know that Rodney and Ted will relate well to this statement, we cannot wait until we are falling behind in critical areas to figure out what we are going to do about it. We need to be proactive in understanding the challenges, in assessing where we are growing, and identifying how our community is evolving. Our charge is to develop a responsible plan to move us forward while also maintaining those things that help define Bowling Green and make us unique. As it relates to the city's public safety, the years of study have included collecting data, assessing and analyze our existing facilities, soliciting public input, and most recently, beginning the formation of a detailed action plan to address the needs of our safety services for decades to come. When complete, this plan will provide a comprehensive strategy for how to increase the total number of fire stations in Bowling Green from 2 to 3, and also a specific plan to renovate and modernize our 100-plus-year-old police station to make sure that it fits the needs of a modern police organization. This work is ongoing. We anticipate sharing this plan with City Council and the community very soon. Likewise, discussions about multimodal transportation have been ongoing for years. Big changes to our infrastructure don't happen overnight, but the years of planning are coming to fruition in many sectors of our city. Last year, a waterline project on South Main kick-started a 2-year improvement project in this corridor. This year, the work, which spans from Ordway south to the corporate limits, will include road pavement and curb rehabilitation, improvements to the main Napoleon Road intersection, ADA ramp improvements, and a multi-use path along the west side of South Main from Gypsy Lane to Napoleon Road. There will also be 2 pedestrian hybrid beacons installed along the corridor. Coming years will also see additional multimodal transportation improvements, including a shared use path that will connect the high school to the community center and another connecting Crim School to Carter Park. Again, these improvements are many years in the making, but these additions to the community will enhance the quality of life for our residents for decades to come. The city also continues to invest in its utility infrastructure. Improvements are ongoing at both the water treatment and water pollution control plants, and both the city's water sewer division and electric division have a rigorous and proactive schedule for maintenance, replacement, and repair to these critical infrastructure components. These systems are essential to our goal of maintaining safe and reliable services for residents and businesses. I am proud of our local government and the role we are playing in connecting the community to not only the resources they depend on, but also to the services they need to enhance their quality of life. We are continually challenging ourselves to improve. And as our community builds on the successes that we've achieved, we look forward to adapting and to implementing new and improved technologies that will support these goals and also our shared connections. In the fall of 2014, when I was a member of City Council, the city adopted its future land use plan. The plan was very comprehensive and was thoroughly discussed by the Bowling Green community. And it was also fairly controversial. Why, we ask? Because it offered some straightforward and sometimes difficult to hear feedback about the town and called on the community to recognize that without corrective action, our community trajectory would turn downward instead of upward. It was a time of reflection for the city, and it was a time of change. With the realization that 2014 was over a decade ago, it's appropriate to look back now and realize how much the city, the schools, and the university have changed since 2014. There have been some truly remarkable transformations here in Bowling Green. The 2014 document contained a section titled, "To Adapt or Not Adapt?" That is the question. The report noted the changing needs and wants of community living criteria in the decades ahead. They observed the following, and I quote from the report: "These changes are, in fact, imperatives. Across the U.S., they require communities to adapt. They require colleges and universities to better position themselves. They require cities and towns to become less suburban, less sprawling, less auto-oriented, and in the process, more walkable, more identifiably unique, and thus authentic, more visually appealing and marketable, more oriented towards health and fitness, more environmentally sustainable, and along the way, more fiscally sound." The report then gave us this warning, and again I quote, "Communities that fail to adapt to these market forces will find it increasingly harder to succeed. Households that can choose to raise families elsewhere will do so, taking with them their time, energy, and money. They will coach Little League Baseball somewhere else. They will open restaurants somewhere else. They will volunteer on school boards in other communities. Cities and towns that fail to make these important adaptations will find their fiscal situations becoming more precarious, not less. Their infrastructure less appealing, not more. Colleges and college towns will find their traditional student populations smaller, not larger, and the students will be weaker financially instead of stronger." Well, look how far we've come here in Bowling Green. What a gift it is to stand here today, over 10 years later, and recognize that many of the steps and aspirations described in that document have been accomplished. I am proud to look around in this community. In fact, when I look around this room, I see many who are part of these bold moves necessary to improve our community. Bowling Green is in a better position today than it was in 2014, in part because of our resolve to improve and take steps to create an enhanced environment for fiscal stability and managed community growth. So too have our partners changed and progressed in this time. We are authentic and we are vibrant. It took time to get here. It will take time to stay here. It will take work to move forward, but I know that we are capable of this work because I've seen it happen here and we've all seen it yield success. Anticipating and executing on community needs is certainly not a novel idea, but it is a core responsibility for each of us up here. Looking at a roadmap for how to do it right, I see an outstanding example of success at BGSU. For many years, planners at BGSU openly discussed the challenges ahead. And what I find so impressive is the way that BGSU so skillfully utilized that information, made plans, and executed those plans. While declining enrollment and other challenges are impacting many institutions, BGSU has a positive story to tell, with increasing enrollment and more academically prepared students attending the university. The campus is looking fantastic, and investment is continuing. BGSU has achieved Bowling Green State University has activated new academic areas to meet changing societal and career needs. And I think that this is really exceptionally innovative. They are working directly with students and on how students can design their lives. This is resulting in increasing student engagement and more successful post-degree outcomes. I am also enthusiastic about the energy between the town and the university. I wholeheartedly encourage folks to take full advantage of the numerous and impressive opportunities to be educated, engaged, and entertained right here in our town. Successful BGSU is good for our community, not only for the many opportunities offered on campus for the public, but also because BGS students bring vibrancy, workforce, and commerce to the town. Likewise, our Bowling Green school leaders have been working to identify the needs of the district. They have been advocating for solutions to address school facilities and are working to establish a solid financial base that is needed to support the ongoing operational requirements necessary to keep our schools strong and successful. Our schools continue to prove that they are worthy of this investment. They consistently demonstrate the quality of education that is being provided to students. There has been continued improvement in district test scores, which is a metric used to measure student achievement. Our students continue to experience great success outside of the classroom as well, which is a testament to the diversity of educational and extracurricular activities that are provided to students. But we can't take these outcomes for granted. Investment in our community schools has been proven again and again to be beneficial to the future of our community. Modern school facilities and a school district that enjoys broad and consistent financial support help enhance the city's economic development efforts, which are focused on attracting new businesses and retaining existing businesses. These investments will also result in increased property values and expansion of the city's tax base. To say it another way, strong Bowling Green schools are vital to our community now and into the future. Managed growth is part of our community plan, and it is challenging to grow when the schools aren't properly supported. Additionally, an educated population benefits all members of the community by fostering well-informed, skilled, and engaged citizens, thus leading to a stronger economy and improved quality of life for us all. Our current families deserve a quality and diverse educational environment for their students. Today, I urge us to celebrate our many successes, but also recognize that there is much work yet to be done to fully capitalize on our past successes. We must leverage our past achievements to maintain our upward trajectory. We must be proactive. The excitement at BGSU is resonating throughout the town. The anticipation of the new high school has our school children excited about an improved environment for learning. Housing starts in the community are increasing. Businesses and industries already located in Bowling Green are increasing their investments in this community. We are a town investing in itself to ensure safety, reliable infrastructure, and we are a place where people can attain a high quality of life. We are poised for increase in success, and I look forward to working together to help keep the energy and forward motion in Bowling Green. And now I am pleased to turn the podium over to Dr. Ted Hazelman, Superintendent of Bowling Green City Schools. Thank you.
Good morning, and thank you, Mayor Osbacher, for the invitation to today's State of the City. It is an honor to stand here alongside you and President Dr. Rodney Rogers from Bowling Green State University, two leaders who share a deep commitment to this incredible community we all call home. This gathering represents a shared vision of our city, the university, and our schools, working to make Bowling Green a great place to live, learn, and work. At Bowling Green City Schools, we take great pride in being part of the fabric of this city, educating students, preparing them to lead with purpose, contributing meaningfully, and being proud citizens of Bowling Green and beyond. This past year has seen tremendous progress within our schools. Bowling Green City Schools is proud to have received multiple state honors from the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce, including Bowling Green City Schools earned the 2024 Momentum Award, an achievement earned by only 7 school districts in Ohio for significant academic progress. District-wide, Bowling Green City Schools achieved an overall rating of 4.5 out of 5 stars on the Ohio Schools State Report Card, an improvement from the previous year's 4-star rating, highlighting our students' continued growth and success. Kenwood Elementary also received a Building Level Momentum Award. Conneaut Elementary earned the 2024 overall 5-star Building Award for exceeding state standards. Additionally, all 5 of our school buildings earned the Bronze Award for positive behavior interventions and supports. We are also making progress with the construction of the new high school. The installation of the geothermal system is already underway, and a formal groundbreaking ceremony is scheduled for May 1st. It is exciting to see this long-anticipated milestone taking shape. A facility designed with the future in mind and built to serve the needs of our students and community for decades to come. But it isn't just a building, it's a promise. It's a promise to our students that they'll learn in a space built to inspire and support their successes. A promise to our community that we are investing in a shared future. The new high school will serve as a center for learning and as a hub for civic engagement, the arts, athletics, and community connection. Strong schools like ours enhance the city's appeal, helping to attract families and businesses who want to be a part of something special. We know that an informed and engaged community is essential to our district's success, so we've worked hard to strengthen our communication. Our reorganized website has up-to-date information on board meetings, curriculum, events, and district initiatives. Our newly established e-newsletter delivers important updates and celebrations to community stakeholders. The digital newsletter provides timely updates on district happenings, student achievements, and upcoming events. This communication method allows us to share student success stories, highlight partnerships, and provide important reminders straight to subscribers' inboxes every other week. We actively engage on social media, using platforms such as Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube to connect with parents, students, and the community, sharing student achievements and timely news. Social media has allowed us to engage with our community stakeholders on a daily basis. In addition to our digital efforts, we recognize the importance of reaching all community members, including those who may not frequently engage online. For those who may not connect digitally, our revived printed newsletter reaches every household in the district, ensuring no one is left out of the loop. Within the last week, approximately 17,000 newsletters were delivered to mailboxes of our district residents. We've also introduced the district's quality profile, which goes beyond state test scores to spotlight what makes our schools exceptional. The quality profile highlights 6 areas of Bowling Green City Schools. These areas include academics, the arts, student leadership and activities, fiscal stewardship, parent and community involvement, and student services. This quality profile document is available on our website, and printed copies are being distributed at various locations around the community. We are also grateful for our local media partners with helping us share the stories of Bowling Green City Schools. Their coverage highlights the achievements of our students and staff, informs the public of important district news and information, and strengthens the connection between our schools and the broader community. Through these various communication efforts, we not only are attempting to keep our stakeholders informed, but also fostering a culture of transparency, engagement, connection, and trust. Our goal is to ensure that every family, every community member, and partner feels connected to and informed about Bowling Green City Schools. Another key piece in our district's progress is the upcoming levy. As many of you know, Bowling Green City Schools has an operating levy on the ballot. I want to explain why this levy is on the ballot and what it means for our school district and our community as a whole. This levy isn't about expanding programs. It's about maintaining the high-quality educational opportunity and experiences our students already receive. Overall, funding has not kept up with the rising cost. Like all districts in Ohio, we rely on local levies to help cover our day-to-day operations. Things like bus fuel, classroom supplies, facility maintenance, personnel cost, textbooks, technology, transportation, and utilities. If this levy fails, the district will face significant reductions that will directly impact our students and their educational experience. Without this levy, I am fearful of how our schools will look. Our district will not look the same, and consequently, our community would not look the same either. While the levy is a school district matter, it's also a community issue, because the quality of our schools affect property values, support our local workforce, and help attract families and businesses to Bowling Green. Strong schools are a foundation of strong communities. We are fortunate to live and work in a community where strong, meaningful partnerships are at the core of what we do. From the City of Bowling Green and Bowling Green State University to local businesses, civic organizations, government leaders, nonprofit agencies, and faith-based groups, these collaborations provide our students with mentorship, hands-on learning opportunities, vital resources, and real-world connections. We are equally grateful for the unwavering support of our families and community members, whether it's parents' involvement in PTOs, music and athletic boosters, volunteering in classrooms or other school events, or individuals who generously donate their time, supplies, or financial support to meet the needs of our schools. Together, these partnerships reflect the spirit of collaboration and care that makes Bowling Green such a special place. Bowling Green State University is a partner whose impact on BGCS continues to grow. Each year, Bowling Green State University's student teachers gain real-world experience in our classrooms. Currently, for the spring semester, there are 26 Bowling Green State University student teachers working with and learning from our Bowling Green City Schools mentor teachers in our classrooms. Each year, educators of Bowling Green City Schools, in direct partnership with the university, complete coursework to improve their craft to better impact the students of our classrooms. Our staff has completed 85 credit hours from 32 different courses in the last school year alone from BGSU. Through the College Credit Plus program, our students are earning college and high school credit with the CCP partnership with Bowling Green State University. Last year alone, our students completed over 1,200 credit hours through BGSU. Being the local school district, we are often asked to participate in BGSU research studies for BGSU graduate and doctoral students. BGSU student athletes and student mentors regularly visit our schools, inspiring and supporting our students. BGSU students led a math camp at Krim Elementary and hosted a group of our middle school students for Women in STEM Conference. Our high school students recently completed in the Science Olympiad hosted at BGSU, and some of our students and staff working alongside with BGSU, the Bowling Green Rotary Club, as well as many individuals from our community helped pack over 70,000 meals for the Kids Coalition Against Hunger. This deep and growing partnership reflects BGSU's commitment to supporting the next generation of learners and leaders in Bowling Green. A partnership between the local schools and a university is special and an opportunity most other pre-K through 12th grade school districts do not have. We are fortunate and grateful for the Bowling Green City Schools and Bowling Green State University partnership and what it means to both organizations. We are also proud of our continued partnership with the City of Bowling Green, which supports the schools in so many ways. The BG Police Department works with us on school safety, the DARE program for 5th graders, and Too Good for Drugs for middle school students. The BG Fire Department engages students through fire safety presentations and career day events. BG Parks and Recreation staff hosted a bike safety program for 3rd graders. The city arborist led an Arbor Day poster contest and taught students about environmental responsibility. Our art students paint city plow blades each year, which are displayed at the Black Swamp Arts Festival and used all winter long. And our students and staff proudly participate in the holiday parade. The strong economic development taking place within Bowling Green, driven by the city, means new families and new students for our schools, allowing us to offer a diverse learning environment with new experiences and opportunities for students. We are also proud to have collaborated with the city on the Safe Routes to Schools project and to currently be working alongside the city on the Brim Road Shared Youth Path. The path, beginning at Bowling Green High School, will provide a connection through our community to the community center. In closing, at Bowling Green City Schools, we are proud to be a part of a united effort to build a community where families feel supported, students are prepared for success, and businesses are proud to invest. Thank you for your continued support, your partnership with our school district, and your belief in the power of public education. The future of Bowling Green is extremely bright, and we are honored to help shape this future. At this time, I will turn the podium over to Dr. Rodney Rogers from Bowling Green State University.
And good morning, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Superintendent, thank you very much. And Mike, thank you for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this great annual event. They stole all my material, though. I really don't have anything to say, so thank you for doing that as well. But I'm going to start by saying, you know, this morning I'm known to, I have a lot of orange ties, right? And I thought, well, I've got to have something with green in it, right? And then I thought, well, I've got to have something with red and gray and green and white and orange and brown. I found one. And it was dark when I was looking for it, and I found it. So Sandy would be proud of me that I found a tie that has all those colors in it. Because I think it's symbolic, certainly, of the relationship that we have in this great town. And while Bowling Green State University has 2 physical locations and we serve students throughout the globe through BGSU Online, we are certainly proud that this is our original home, and in our name is certainly Bowling Green State University. You know, in great cities like Bowling Green require great neighborhoods, you know that, great schools, great infrastructure, great businesses, great healthcare, great public safety, and that has all been highlighted. all of that working together creates great cities. And I'm so appreciative of living in a city like Bowling Green, which has strong vision and planning. All the services that we have here, certainly the schools, all of it working together to create a community. The relationships that exist between Bowling Green State University, the city of Bowling Green, the schools, is really, truly integrated and absolutely critical and foundational, I think, to certainly the success of the university. And so I greatly appreciate those partnerships. And as I look out, I see the partnerships that we have in a variety of other areas as well that we are so appreciative of. You know the story about where BGSU came from. I wanted to go back and look at that. In 1910, the Lowry Act, of course, was signed by a governor at the time, Judson Harmon. Wanted to establish 2 teacher training universities in the northern part of our great state, one in Northeast Ohio, one in Northwest Ohio. And they looked around here in Northwest Ohio, and as you all know, they looked at a lot of different places: Napoleon, Grand Rapids, Fremont, Fostoria, Findlay, just to name a few. I think there were 14 institutions or cities that asked to be considered. It was very competitive, and here was their conclusion, that Bowling Green was selected. Why? Because of location. Because they said the population in the region, it had a more urban area just north of here, but it also picked up kind of Findlay and all these cities in the area. So great location. 2, access to transportation. At the time, that transportation was referred to, I-75 didn't exist, but they referred to the trains. They all came through Bowling Green and the connections that we had. So location was another one. Health and safety of the area was pointed out, that was superior. And I think about the health and safety we have today. And finally, the morals of the community, okay? Bowling Green was one of the few cities in Northwest Ohio that was dry. Okay, that's different today than it was back then, to be clear. But on those first points, I do think location, absolutely. Transportation, absolutely. Health and safety of our communities, absolutely. And finally, on the morals part, they went on to say, and this is a quote, I love this quote, "The commission who made the decision was favorably impressed by the attitude shown by the citizens of Bowling Green and felt that the community would give loyal support to this new college." I think that is absolutely true to this day. Over 100 years later, this community certainly provides great support to Bowling Green State University. And indeed, as the mayor mentioned, there's some great momentum at Bowling Green. And we're proud of a lot of people working together to grow enrollment, student success, record giving, new academic programs, new facilities. And many of those are shared, obviously, with all of us, that we are part of that. The Slater Family Ice Arena, for example, and the Doit, and the list kind of goes on. But it also mirrors what's going on in the community in the region, in my mind. Abbott Labs. Let's not forget the impact Abbott Labs will have. That's located just north of, it's north of the city, yeah. Not in the city limits, although it is in the city limits, isn't it? Yes. And then Meta, just north, a little bit further north. The impact of those kind of significant investments in our region, I think it's back to location. I think it's back to transportation. All of those same sorts of arguments that were made to create a university here are true to today in terms of the investments that we see being made. It is incredibly important to have a great community, safe community, with great schools, of course. And we're also, our mantra at Bowling Green is a public university for the public good. And in that way, I think about what is our obligation as a university to make sure we're educating students for great careers and great lives, which we lean into heavily. And many of those individuals even stay in our region. They may come to this region to be temporary residents, but sometimes they end up coming back and or even staying or coming back later. And you can see why. It's a great community. As you may remember or know, BGSU recently identified as one of the safest college campuses and college towns in America, and we're certainly proud of that. And that has a lot to do with, obviously, the morals of the community, but more importantly, great public safety. And so I thank both police and fire for all of the work that they do. So all of those sorts of things, I think we are proud to be right here in the city. You know, that idea of these temporary residents who may someday become residents full-time, or they return or they stay. And I look around this room and I see quite a few degree holders from BGSU. And perhaps you didn't, some of you are from here, some have came here for university and decided to stay. I think of when I was a graduate student here living on North Enterprise, that apartment complex is still there. I haven't been inside to know if it's changed much. But I remember that as even a student being certainly welcomed here back in the 80s, okay? And on a personal note, I'll just add, you know, while I'm a sixth generation Ohioan, I came from a small town south of here. Both of my parents were actually born in Wood County. My grandmother grew up and lived here in Bowling Green. And, you know, as a kid, I spent a lot of time visiting my Aunt Mabel Simmons over on Wallace Avenue and at this very city park. We would walk over from Wallace over here to the park or down to the little store that was at the end of the street that she would give me a nickel that would actually buy something, you know? I only bring that up, thanks for letting me go down memory lane for a second, but I only bring that up is because it demonstrates, I think, how we all need to be working together, because many of those students, and we serve over 23,000 students at both campuses and online each year, but many of them are temporary residents. And I am always struck how this community so welcomes those students and embraces those students. And for that, I thank you. The last several nights I've been in different cities as we've done what we call the Orange Ribbon ceremonies. And last night I was in Columbus for a group that prospective students and their families. And we expect another record enrollment. You know, knock on wood, things are progressing in that fashion. But the number of families last night and then the night before and last week, we were in Cleveland for a couple of events. I was always struck how they mention the community. There was something about Bowling Green, and it wasn't just the university, it was the community. And I think that is the power of this community, of this great town, city, I should say, but a great college town as well. It is working together in a very integrated approach. So I certainly want to thank the mayor. I want to thank also the Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce, the Governmental Affairs Project team, and all the many elected leaders and officials of various organizations and businesses that are here today. And I want to end by just saying, you know, none of this, great communities, the importance of a very strong school system. I think any great city needs great schools. That is the future. that is the future of our city, is the education that takes place in that K through 12. Obviously, the university benefits by a strong K through 12, and those students are prepared to have great success as they choose perhaps their next path, if it's college. But the importance of a very, very strong school system, and I certainly want to thank the superintendent for his leadership, and the many teachers and staff and parents and volunteers and supporters who have been absolutely foundational to have a great school system. You know, Ted mentioned some of those relationships that already exist, and my numbers lined up pretty well here with what you were saying, so it must be true. The number of field experiences our students have, the number, you know, many of our students get opportunities to do some tutoring in the elementary schools, and that's great for our students, and I hope it's beneficial to those elementary school students. The number of teachers that are placed, that you hire, from BGSU, and the number of obviously student teachers that are critical, and the way in which we work together in terms of additional education for your teachers in terms of graduate work and in those areas are just so important. And we are proud to partner in all those ways. There is great energy and excitement in Bowling Green City Schools. The new facilities, we're so excited about that, of course. And this community absolutely needs a strong public education system, K through 12, and higher ed as well, that we all work together. You know, there's a lot of discussion about public education, both K through 12 and at higher ed across our state. And while none of us can control what goes on in Columbus or in other places, what we can do is think about our community and what we can do here locally for our community. Obviously, educated citizenry is important for democracy. You hear that line a lot, and I believe it's true, but sometimes maybe we overuse it without really thinking about how important that is, that we have a robust and strong public education system. The Association of Governing Boards and a National Council on Higher Ed just released a report about education. And their conclusion was the strength of our country over the last 50 years have been based upon several things. But one important aspect is access to high-quality public education, K through 12, as well as higher education. It developed an educated workforce, an innovative, creative workforce that has drove innovation and has made a difference in this country. And some economists have numbers to it, and I'm off script, so I don't have the exact numbers. But I was struck by the importance of having access to high-quality K through 12, foundational, and access to high-quality public education for students who may not have had a path to higher ed. Because you cannot predict the future success of a 16 to 17-year-old going into college and what they may be the ones that find the cure, that make the invention, that do whatever. And accordingly, we just can't tell at the younger age what those successes are. So we've got to have access. We've got to open up the doors to give as many students an opportunity to learn. I think that is foundational to this country. And that is why I believe it is really important that we support our schools. So now I'm speaking as a private citizen of Bowling Green. I've lived here almost 20 years, so I'm not a townie, right? But I tell the story that my mom and dad were born in Wood County, okay, and it skipped a generation, but we're back. And we're here now for 19 years, going on 20 years. So I kind of feel I can say, I'm a citizen, right? I've been paying my taxes, okay? Just so you know, okay. But I just, I know I will, and I am not speaking as president of Bowling Green State University, but I certainly will be voting for the school levy. And I think it is important that we support our schools. I think we've got a great superintendent who's leading our schools. We got a great mayor who's leading our city. Now I'm speaking on behalf of Bowling Green. We are proud to be here in Bowling Green. We are proud to be an institution that has been a part of this city. We joined you late. You're an older city than we are. It was pointed out to me that Miami and OU started before the towns. Here in Bowling Green, we're a latecomer. We came after you were founded, but over 100 years here, we are proud to be a part of this wonderful, wonderful city. And I would urge you to think carefully about the schools, but we are proud to certainly, I'm proud to support the city schools because it's so important to our community in my mind. So thank you for giving me a few minutes. I think yes, I did my time. The mayor said, don't go too long, and I said, okay, I won't. This community belongs to all of us working together. And great communities are when people work together. And that, I think, is the power of the city of Bowling Green and the county as well. And that was clearly on display at that announcement the other day at Meta. It was clearly on display, though, every day as you walk around this town and you engage in this city. So on behalf of BGSU, Mr. Mayor, thank you. Thank you very much for giving us an opportunity. And did I mention we hired Eddie George as a coach? I don't know if I did that. But come out to football in the fall, and some exciting things are going on at Bowling Green State University, but we are all in it together. I now introduce Mayor Mike Asbacher. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ted and Rodney, for those remarks. I think that your stories of your organization's success, achievement, confirm my belief that we are better when we work together. There is value in collaboration. There is value in partnership. And I'm grateful to be part of this community, and I'm grateful for our partnerships, and I appreciate very much our relationship and our partnerships and our ability to work together. So thank you so much for your leadership. Thank you so much for your contributions to this community, and thank you for being here today. We've been fortunate today to hear about the many ways that the actions of various community partners impact our shared public. From the city perspective, we see an essential part of our role as providing a foundation for growth, one that is comprised of safety and infrastructure and a unique identity that is based on our heritage and a high quality of living. These vital services on which a community can flourish. By doing our job, Bowling Green State University can do its work as a public institution for the public good. By doing our job, Bowling Green City Schools can continue its work of providing a strong and diverse education for our children and grandchildren, the future residents and leaders of our community. We've heard a lot today about successes, and I am inspired about the potential of this community. I do believe, though, that our community is at a crossroads. We are confronted with an opportunity to influence what our school system and to some degree what our entire community will look like in the future. It's time for us to step up and grasp control of the future of our schools and our community's trajectory. We know what it takes to accomplish this goal. In November of '23, when voters approved the bond levy to enable the construction of the new high school, nearly 44% of eligible voters requested a ballot. Of those voting, 59% voted to support the levy. It seems clear to me that when Bowling Green residents turn out to vote, they support our schools. They vote for our schools. They vote for our community. I sincerely hope that we will see similar, if not even higher, voter participation on May 6th. I think that this is the key to us demonstrating and reflecting our support for our city schools, our support for education, and our belief in the future of our students. The upcoming school levy is not just about funding education. It's about preserving the very opportunities that make Bowling Green a place where families want to live, work, and grow. Without adequate support, our schools will lose extracurricular activities, athletics, music, arts, and the leadership programs that shape the next generation of community leaders, business owners, and innovators. I quickly become passionate when discussing our community schools. As many of you know, my family has a long history of involvement with the Bowling Green City School System. My parents are both Bowling Green High School graduates, as are both of my sisters, my brother, myself, and my 2 children. All of us were beneficiaries of outstanding instruction and strong community support of public education. I went to elementary school at Ridge School. I attended junior high in the building where my parents attended high school, a building that, and then I attended the new high school, which in my day, still felt really new and modern. It's not that anymore. I played football and baseball, I sang in the choir, I participated in Key Club and student government, and I strongly believe that these experiences helped form the person that I am today. When Bowling Green School Board brings forward recommendations to our community, they do so with great calculus and consideration. They have proved themselves to be worthy of our confidence, and they have a proven track record of serving as trustworthy stewards of taxpayers' funds. An increase for operating dollars has not been sought since 2010, and this, I believe, demonstrates how hard the school district and school leaders work to operate efficiently and effectively. As we do here at the City of Bowling Green, they have great respect for taxpayers, and they have gone to great lengths to be transparent about what has led to this levy request and how they proceed if the funding is not available. So I truly see this upcoming decision as one with far-reaching impacts to our community. It has ties to economic vibrancy, quality of life, in fact, our very future. The 3 organizations represented today, along with many in this room, and too many other individuals to really even contemplate, have raised this community to its upward trajectory that we enjoy today. Let's be persistent in our efforts to work together to advance this vibrant and authentic town. Let's invest in ourselves and thereby invest in our future. So thank you, Ted and Rodney, again for being here today. I do value our partnership, and I'm eager to continue our work together. And thank all of you for being here today, and thank you all for what you do to make Bowling Green a special place. Again, thanks for being here.
State of the City address. So thankful to have you aboard here today. And Clint, very thankful as well to have you all aboard. He'll be back in studio tomorrow, 6 to 9, as he always is here on the morning show here from the Cooling Center at BGSU. So for Clint Corp, I'm Kevin Peel saying good morning, everyone. Enjoy your Thursday here. And Clint will be right back on tomorrow from 6 to 9.
Northwest Ohio's community radio station, 88.1 FM, WBGU, Bowling Green, Ohio.
Long ago, you wouldn't think of galloping on a horse while doing calligraphy, and you wouldn't have attempted to ride your bike while typing a letter,